Hey, welcome back to Lazy Gamers Play Divinity Original Sin. When we last left off, we got to the city. I finally found my bow. And we're just kind of walking around seeing what trouble we get into and talking to animals. What do you think? You want to talk to merchants and whatnot?
Before you've tried some of the I listened in.
Or do you want to get on with the story?
Halibut, cheese, tomatoes.
There are a couple of interesting characters I recall that we could talk to here.
Talking to a rooster.
Don't talk to me. You're making me lose focus. Can't you see I'm busy modeling? Obviously, someone's plumage isn't magnificent enough to inspire genius. All those naysayers in the past. See what I've become. Hundreds of years from now, people will wonder, who is that cock?
Who is that cock? Who is that cock?
So inspired.
That is
Ah, hello, proportionate one. Oh, I can see from the symmetry in your face that you are a great fan of the fine arts, no?
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice,
Yes, chicken.
stir and churn. Watch the...
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage... Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia, as my memory serves. But no matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest... Sorry, but there isn't much work for sailors in a house of...
I remember we robbed this guy completely fucking blind.
I think... Oh!
Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence.
Something that's starting to come back to me. There's something about this girl, I think.
Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Out, I say,
She has a
right this
resurrection
instant.
story.
The corpse's troubled mind.
I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps it's better off in the hands of an... What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north. Thankfully for him, quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild.
Wasn't there a way
He was
we
leading
could find
a
a
crew
different
of
game so
builders
we
when a
say
stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement. Nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he... But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously.
Alright, well, who do you want to save? The tradesman or the craftsman?
You are?
That tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
What do you think, Boris or Steven?
Oh, this is cool.
What?
This isn't... We've entered into a dual dialogue.
Oh. Go Boris.
Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short now. He should receive the stone.
Grave responsibilities.
There's no way Boris should receive that stone over Stephen. Think of Stephen's wife, his children, his grandchildren.
what you want.
Boris is nearly our own age.
Ah.
Imagine being cut down now in the prime of your life.
Stephen's death will hurt far more lives than
Alright,
Boris's will.
time to get my revenge.
Minimize the heartbreak of this terrible situation and
Off to a
save
good start.
Stephen.
It's like the duel of the fates. Shit. You cheating puppet. Ah! Son of a bitch.
It's taking tender
Damn it! Victory!
All right, we'll do it your way.
Stephen, it is. Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one.
I didn't see what I said.
Thank
No,
the
this
seven.
is highly
Oh,
abnormal.
thank you.
What is this? This lightning.
I don't know what I did.
Loading the end of time.
What happened? Is this a dream?
Oh,
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
is there anything on the ground anywhere? Oh
I
shit.
think I recall this.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
I don't remember getting to this so
it will
early.
consume us all. By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 river. Your guess is as good as mine, my newfound comrade. Quite good timing, by the by, because the ground here. Oh, but I suppose. At last, a question I can answer most definitively. Time ought naturally
I really
to have
hate
no
long-winded
end at all.
NPCs.
Indeed, I can think of no worse
Especially when it's
nightmare
supposed to
for
be like a
chronicler
urgent matter.
such as myself. But show, don't tell. I'll.
Might be quite.
And suddenly we're in a space-time continuum game. And there's a dragon.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't? What's this? The portal. It's. The portal has become active. Fantastic. The portal. It's quite sprung. You, dear stranger. Those torches. A light. This portal active. Though I cannot say for certain. In fact, every last question that ever plagued you. But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we. It's not that I believe.
Oh my god.
No longer. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in. It is the void.
The dragon devouring creation?
Dragon
Why do I
that
get
is
the feeling we're going to
devouring
fight that at
creation.
some point in this?
When
Probably,
I speak of
probably.
the end of time, I can't say for
I
sure.
mean, if that's the case, where do we go in Divinity 2 from there, killing a fucking dragon?
It's
That's
shrinking
devouring
our future
time.
by the second. And if we don't stop after you.
Alright, so I guess we're going
First,
to
you
the
first.
portal.
But don't. Yes, just as I hoped. There
Homestead
it is.
Hall.
There it is.
And he's off.
You just ignored
It
me.
seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
This was like a hub area.
Yep.
That teleported to different towns and shit. But again, I don't remember getting here this early. Like, I don't remember getting here for quite a while.
Well, I think we took a long time getting to that healer because we didn't realize the door was there until we walked closer to the building and got the
Oh, it's a cat. It won't let me talk to it.
party animal.
Yeah, there was no dialogue bubble.
Yeah.
This looks a little bit ominous. Oh.
I am the last chest, the last chest, the last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it!
Okay, so I'm assuming we can't open that door near the end of the game or something.
Oh.
The Weaver of Time.
Could it be, milady? The Weaver of Time?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you...
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us.
You're truly the Weaver of Time. I imagine you already know the answer to that.
Yeah, like
If
a
any
god.
other being in Rivellon asked me about the details of their comings and goings, I could describe them, but you are different. Of you, I see nothing. I know nothing. So please, do tell me.
Fine.
A stone. So. It was a stone that not like this, no. What happened? Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave, but yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
Wait, so now you know that suddenly, but you don't know how we got here?
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Do
She is
you
a
see
terrible
what
Weaver of
violence my
Time.
work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tap?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry.
I see.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, indeed you must.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be
That shall never be, milady. As sure as
Oh
he's
god, I
our
don't like
most...
this guy at all. Oh, dialogue.
Not but a moment ago, we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
Say what Zigzags and the Weaver will. I need more evidence before I'll buy into this wild tale.
Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. So, what do you
Not sure how they're going.
Spot on!
Ah.
Praise be,
Aha.
we at least are still capable of rational thinking. We seem to be the only ones in the insane asylum at the end of bloody time.
We both got pragmatic for that. So, how do we get out of here?
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you
Yes,
begin to
yes,
find this
right.
place more familiar than it may yet seem. In the drift, except it.
I'm gonna get out of
The
here.
glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest no with you searching, but you'll need a way to travel between Rivalon and this homestead, won't you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in. Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to, I hope you'll be able to help.
Okay, so
The Lady of Time, the Weaver of
is there
History,
an active portal
and
somewhere?
your
That's what I'm
biggest
looking
fan.
for.
Dear lady, could I get your autograph?
How might I serve our mission?
Good to see you on the shelter plane.
Did you go down the east path?
Yeah.
Okay. That was good. Is there anything down that way?
No, we didn't miss anything. So there must be a portal where we're just completely overlooking. Probably close to the time weaver.
Looks like the gold star is showing
Do
on
you
the.
know more about the void? What it is? What
There must be
lies
more
at the
dialogue.
bottom of it?
What lies
The only
at its
dialogue I
heart?
saw was asking her
Nothing,
about her, so.
of course. The great. How might I serve our mission? In the ethereal, the drift of. Except it's ask, and I shall answer, if I can. I am. Perhaps am I the beginning? Alas, a hidden. I believe that stars. Oh, Hunter, I have no need for. And yet, I quite so. I do not know, but perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance what it is. I reside in. I think that perhaps know that no longer. But suddenly new threads emerge. These stars.
Good to see you on the shelter plane. Cross my heart, like the imp said to the belly, wouldn't it just like from what I can
I'm just kind of
prove?
trying to click through this
Hey,
stuff so I
neither
can
do I. This in
hopefully unlock
turn,
a
we
portal.
may not understand, but oh, I don't
Yep,
know.
so
But
if viewers
of
wanna
course,
read it,
so
you have to
gathered
pause.
lonesome. Well,
Yeah.
yes, perhaps you can imagine.
Oh. An item maybe? No?
You don't happen to have a stone or anything by chance, do you?
I didn't see one. Well, don't have any. Maybe it's back in the observatory? No, it's not up here. Maybe we just have to travel? fast travel?
Yeah, but I don't know how to.
It's like, I know how to fast travel. Really confused why. Whoosh.
I just
You know
fast
that?
traveled. Yep.
Okay.
Because we already have a waypoint back to the time.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand, and I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are... It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way. While you were being lectured by our friend the advantage of being a cat, you know. You go, that's where I saw them in a cab. Before you go,
Damn it!
take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed, that zigzag. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its twin.
Really?
Now that this matter has been settled, Hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured...
Should we go ahead and use it, or should we...
Yeah, if we want to recover the other one.
Okay. Oh, God!
What is going on here?
Wait, hold on.
First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat,
oh,
and now
this
there's a
is
perfect
over.
stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Shit, she has a lot more charm than I do. I have to win an argument against her. Well, I have lost this already, probably. Yep. She has 7 charm to my 2. She only had to win twice.
Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what you...
I don't think she likes me.
Out! Now, if you please! This room is private.
If I click on it to pick it up.
Don't just stand there. Go!
I've got my eyes on the prize.
That's enough of that now!
So do you still have the other one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Alright, so... Oh, that was fun. So far, I'm 0 for 3 on these rock, paper, scissors matches. I'm not liking this.
You know, the sign outside that door says Townhouse Backroom, and it's completely unlocked.
Nice. Oh, there's a lid one's fine over here. Oh, we already had that one. Alright, so I see 3 yellow things on here. Esmeralda, crime scene. You want to go to Esmeralda?
Crime scene's closer.
Okay.
The likes of which I doubt you could even fathom.
It was up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, we could go around. It was right where we were at the town bathroom, I think.
Oh, it goes to and fro.
Slow down arrow in this grate I just opened.
So we'll just stand around again.
Oh, thank you for leaving me be, you old rat.
Oh, you think you can speak that way to her? Well, like I said, I've got my eye on you, Sarah.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention. Mendius at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime...
I'm here to do my duty, which is hardly the same as adventuring.
Not in the mood for cheese. No excuses
You're
for
just
home.
It's your choice.
Waiting for what, exactly?
Oh, thank you for leaving me.
So you mean to say we do not live a life of adventure? We don't do anything else all day long.
Clearly, two strong personalities stand before me. Two who voice their opinions with vigor when they differ. What else could I... too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right?
Riches do not interest me much, actually.
Really? I wouldn't mind earning an extra penny here and there.
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, if a matter even so...
Feels like a pyramid scheme.
Matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety? Without spice? To be a source hunter must get...
It's better to lead than to follow. That much is true.
With many cheeses.
So we're just hanging around the inn.
Better to be served than to serve. I concur.
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's... And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the king... Ah, the fabulous five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that you'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow. Sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of you. Now,
He's a con man.
to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon
Yeah, this
you
is
the
definitely a
moment
scam.
you sign our waiver, and so it... Of course, should you spread the word, should you
It's a pyramid
propagate
scheme,
the
yeah.
gospel of the fabulous... By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has. Work hard. Fulfill contracts.
Nice try.
Oh, you think you can
Cat.
speak that way to her?
The cat.
Never
I
saw
remember this
you
cat.
with
This
a
cat
king
is
crab
awesome.
before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back. I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank, and I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in, being the king crab's foremost patron ever since. So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own.
Oh god, we have to play World Matchmaker for cats.
No one like Maxine. A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right neath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. but I was alive. And that was more than anybody else could say. Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair of feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. By all means.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate. It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Councillor and I were anything near allies, but I am the Duke of...
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this?
Medora, one of the first allies we get.
1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecan. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. There's been an attack there, comrade. Or what they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my risk. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy. Medora's the name. Ripped by the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me well, comrade. I hadn't thought of it till I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I've been scouting Cecile for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve... Well, you know the old expression.
A fantastic plan. With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put an end to all the evils bent against this fair land.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc. And
I'm gonna give you Medora.
Okay.
That
Hit escape?
Sign code. Alright.
tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated.
Alright, and that seems like a good place to end it here for this time here on Lazy Gamers. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Fathom, old friend.